A Sperrbrecher was a German auxiliary ship of the First World War and the Second World War that was intended to serve as a type of minesweeper, by sailing ahead of other vessels through minefields, intending to detonate any mines in the path. Also used as anti-aircraft ships, the Sperrbrecher suffered heavy losses in the war. Operational history. Sperrbrecher were used extensively by the Germans in World War I. The Imperial fleet have a total of 30 Sperrbrecher for clearing mine streets. 8 were lost during the war. Some of these ships were equipped with airplanes, such as Rio Negro, Plow and Wigbit. In the World War II officially designated as special-purpose merchant ships, although termed by the Royal Air Force as heavy flagships, the Sperrbrecher were converted from merchant ships for the special role, were primarily crewed by merchant seamen, and often had the cargo holds filled with buoyant material to aid in flotation in case of hitting a mine. The bows were also strengthened. Ships converted to the Sperrbrecher type were usually fitted with heavy anti-aircraft armament, and often carried barrage balloons. The primary use of the Sperrbrecher was to escort other vessels through cleared paths in defensive minefields, for the purpose of detonating any mines that might have strayed into the passageways. In addition, the ships of the Sperrbrecher type would early in the war be used to clear suspected enemy minefields by simply sailing through them. Even with the strengthened hull and buoyant material, however, the ships suffered heavy losses in this role, and with the advent of acoustically and magnetically fused mines, this role became ineffective. Later in the war, the Sperrbrecher type ships were used to escort U-boats in and out of harbor. Due to the heavy, dual-purpose armament and respectable fire control, a Sperrbrecher was also a capable surface combatant, significant enough to deter ARN escort destroyer from engaging for fear of a bloody nose, in an attempt to counter new magnetically fused mines. Some ships of the Sperrbrecher were equipped with a large electromagnet fitted in the bows, referred to as the VES system. This was intended to detonate magnetic mines well clear of the vessel, the design specifications calling for a distance of 460 meters from the hull at detonation. However, careful military intelligence work by the Royal Navy resulted in a method to defeat this method of minesweeping, sinking several Sperrbrecher through the careful fusing of mines laid as traps. The fuse was desensitized to be activated only when the sweeping vessel was directly above them. Over 100 vessels, mostly merchant ships of around 5,000 tons and larger displacement, were converted to serve in the Sperrbrecher role, and it is estimated that around 50% of the vessels converted were lost during the war. During World War II, only one commander received the Knight's Cross of the Iron Cross for services on a Sperrbrecher. Corvetting Captain of the Reserves Carl Palmgreen received the award on 3 August 1941 as commander of Sperrbrecher IX. Following the end of the war, some of the surviving Sperrbrecher were converted back to merchant duties, and some of these vessels continued in the more peaceful service until the 1970s.